look, we're not doing it. We're not doing it because we're trying to show off or whatever. We're doing it because we want you to see where your hard-earned money and your donations go.
Too naughty or too nice? You decide. Featuring Santa Corky and Joe Lewis.
I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too naughty, I'm too nice. Naughty, I'm too nice. I'm too nice.
I am very nice, but that doesn't mean I'm not incredibly naughty, if you know what I mean.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, I wanted to thank you all for coming on. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on here. And this is Too Naughty, Too Nice podcast with my infamous, famous Joe Lewis as my co-host and Santa Corky here. And today we'll be interviewing and talking with and getting to know Chef Nitro. Chef Nitro's all over the place, meaning on different platforms. He's probably all over the place, but he's on different platforms too. So anyway, we want to introduce him. And so I'm going to have Chef Nitro, Chief Nitro, come on. You know, I do that all the time. You know why I do that? Because I saw you cooking one time. You were cooking on your live, dude. And I keep going, click.
I was cooking?
Yes.
Bro, I can't even make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There's no way.
Maybe you were eating something. You were in the kitchen.
I might have been eating. but there's no way I was cooking.
Oh,
I'll mess up ramen.
Right.
I'll mess up ramen.
So tell us about what platforms you're on and what you do. What do you do out there?
Okay, so, first, obviously, TikTok. It's Chief Nitro, all one word, Chief Nitro. I'm also on Instagram. I am on Clapper as well. I started Clapper when we thought that TikTok was going to go away.
Right,
So
I did the same thing.
Yep. So all Chief Nitro. Those are the main ones that I'm on. I do have a Twitter, but I don't have really many followers on there. So I just talk a lot of Ohio State Buckeye football because I'm huge into Ohio State Buckeyes. So, but yeah, those are the main three ones that I'm on.
And what kind of followers do you have on each one? If you could separate those out a little bit.
So the TikTok is a lot of military because when I first started on TikTok.
Numbers? How many at this time?
Numbers? Oh God. 400 and I think 40,000 on TikTok.
Okay.
Instagram, I have 121,000.
Uh-huh.
And then Clapper, I believe like 116,000 or something like that.
Yeah, you got a pretty good grip on it. Clapper.
Not too bad.
Yeah,
and then, of course, I guess I could put Facebook on there because I got a lot of followers on Facebook too.
Right. So on TikTok, you were getting ready to talk a little bit about your followers, like a lot of military. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, when TikTok first started, or actually when the COVID first started, everyone was jumping on TikTok. I actually got on there and I posted one video of me in my uniform, and I was still in the Navy at the time, and literally overnight had like 20,000 followers, and it was crazy. And I just got on there just to make fun of my kid.
Uniform right there.
Yeah, my kid would get on there and he'd pull his hair back and he'd do all this stuff like they did on Musical.ly and, put his duck lips out there and everything. So I would make fun of him. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just throw a video up here, see what happens. Boom, overnight, like 20,000 followers. And then it just increased from then on. Yeah, but mainly military on there, yeah.
Yeah, how long ago? How long have you been on TikTok?
2020 is when I got on TikTok.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How long are you still living in the military?
I retired actually in 2018. I retired, and so.
Okay. How long did you serve?
I did 20 years. I joined in 1998, and then retired in 2018.
Wow.
Okay, so what was tell us what you will tell us about that experience serving the country.
The Navy? Oh man, Navy. Where do I begin? All right, let's
Oh,
see.
you saw you had a blast in the Navy.
Oh man, I had a blast. I had a blast. My job was what they call a hospital corpsman. So basically, like a medic in like the Army or Air Force or whatever. The Marine Corps, they do not have their own medical. If y'all didn't know this, here's a little story time. Marine Corps does not have their own medical. The Navy is their medical. So everywhere the Marine Corps goes, the Navy goes as far as medical. Because if you didn't know, the Marines are a department of the Navy. They'll tell you they're the men's department, but that's here nor there. That's here nor there. But so my first duty station, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. This was I went through boot camp in 98, got in there February 1999, and I was stationed with the Marine Corps for 3 years. My second year I was there, we went on what's called a Marine Expeditionary Unit. Basically, we went to the Mediterranean on a ship called USS Austin LPD-4. It's commissioned now. It was just a transport ship. It's decommissioned now. But we went over to the Mediterranean. We did a lot of training. So Marines train all the time. Army trains all the time. We did a lot of training. So we hit 11 different countries, 11 different ports. So we hit 11 different countries. During those time when we were going to those countries, we were allowed to take tours. So I went to Paris, France. I went to Rome, Italy. I went to Leaning Tower of Pisa. I went to the Colosseum. I went to Cannes, France. I went to the Louvre in France. Like I was all over. It was absolutely amazing. Spain, went to Malaga, Spain. That was amazing. That was amazing. If you are tall enough to put a quarter on top of the bar, then you can drink in Malaga, Spain. It's crazy. It is absolutely. But no, we did a lot of training with the Marine Corps. I learned a lot. We did a lot of, obviously Marines are good with weapons, and that's what they do. So I learned how to, fire all kinds of different weapons. The AK in Croatia, we fired those. AR-15s, M4s, 9 mils. I was able to go out and be what they call corpsman coverage. So anytime, like I said, anytime Marines go out, they have to have medical with them just in case a mishap happens. And so we were in Croatia. They had an old Yugoslavian tank, and we were allowed to shoot missile launcher AT-4 off our shoulder into that tank, just for basically familiarization fire. So yeah, we had a blast. We had a blast. And then from there, because I am Navy, I still have to do my job in the Navy. So I left there and I went to Jacksonville, Florida, and I was stationed at the Naval Hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. I worked in the labor and delivery unit. So I left big babies and went to small babies in the labor and delivery unit. Worked there for about a year and a half, and then I got promoted, and then I became what's called a leading petty officer. I was an E4, and I worked in the intensive care unit. That was wild. That was different. Learned a lot there. Then from there, I went back to Camp Lejeune, but I wasn't with division. I was with supply battalion. So I was on the medical part, but I was with the medicine. So all the stuff that we send out to all the different battalions and everything, I was in charge of that. Deployed again to Iraq, and that was 05, 06. We deployed out there. I was there for 9 months. Seen a lot of stuff, did a lot of stuff, had a great time. Came back and then got stationed in Pensacola, Florida. You can see there's a theme here. It was North Carolina, Florida, North Carolina, Florida. So I got stationed in Pensacola, Florida. Same thing. I was in the Naval Hospital in Pensacola. Started out in what's called PAMI. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's all about taking care of those that are going on deployment. I can't remember what it stands for, but basically I was in charge of making sure that the Navy personnel that were going on deployment had everything they needed to go on deployment. And then I got promoted again, became a second class, and then became what's called the CFL, which is a command fitness leader. So I was in overall charge of the entire Naval Hospital for Navy's physical readiness test. I had to make sure that everyone was good to go with their physical readiness test. If we had any failures, then what I did was I would do FEP, which is called the Fitness Enhancement Program. And so it was like, if they failed the PRT, they had to go on FEP. And then I ran the whole program with that as well. Left there, went back to Camp Lejeune. This time went back with, I was with Medical Battalion this time. Deployed to Afghanistan. I deployed to Afghanistan 3 times out of there. And then my last and final duty station was Lemoore, California. I was promoted to chief in Lemoore, California, and did 5 years there, and then retired in 2018. I was overall in charge of what's called Directorate of Surgical Services. So I was overall the pharmacy, the lab, radiology, labor and delivery, what other ortho. Gosh, I can't remember. There's so many, but I was in charge of all those junior sailors that worked in those different departments.
What
And yeah,
made
and
you
then
decide?
2018 came.
What made you decide to get out? I mean, you were like really
Yeah, man. Like it's
growing
something
and
really.
going. Sounds like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
were, pretty. Hence, I know now where Chief Nitro comes from. I don't know where Nitro, other than
so I can
you
I
got,
can tell you that story too. I retired because they wanted to send me on a duty station where I was gonna be gone all the time, and I didn't want that. I was gone enough. I deployed 6 times total in my career. I didn't want to do that anymore.
yeah,
I missed my kids growing up and everything. So, and I didn't like where it was. I didn't like where it was. Um, so I was just like, you know what? I'll just retire. Everyone else retired. Plus, the Navy changed a lot. The Navy
yeah,
changed a lot.
yeah,
So, yeah. So I just, you know what? I'll do 20 years. I'll get my pension. I'll get my disability, and then we'll see where it goes. So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
Who? So,
Cool,
sorry.
cool.
So you were there for a long time. Who was your favorite commander in chief? I feel like if I ask it like that, it's less political. But
Uh,
who was your favorite to serve for, and what
Favorite to serve for
and what
was
made them different, and then what changed the Navy also? So a lot of questions there, but
yeah. Obama was probably my favorite.
okay.
Obama was my favorite.
Why is that?
Um, he just had a lot of the way he did his politics and everything for the military was just awesome. Like they had where if you would go into like a furlough, couple of the presidents now they would wait until you could get paid because it went through Congress, and what it was like they would put a stoppage on your pay, right? They put a stoppage on your pay. It wouldn't be too long, but Obama he was against that, and so he would always make sure that even though that there was a furlough, we would still get paid. So, and then other different things that he did as well. He was really really good with the troops. Always went out and saw it. They all did, but I mean, I don't know. He was just different. He was just different. But yeah.
So and what changed with the Navy?
So when I was in, haircuts had to be 2 inches. You couldn't have no longer than 2 inches on the side, 4 inches on the top. You could not have a beard at all unless it was a medical condition. And you had to be, if you failed a PRT, you could only fail two, and then the Navy would kick you out because you weren't be able to deploy, right? And you got to deploy when you're in the Navy and the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
That's changed. Now you can have a beard. Now you can grow your hair out. I don't even know how long. And for a PRT, you can ride a whole entire PRT now out until your enlistment is over. So it's not just 2 years and they kick you out. It's if you have 5 years on your enlistment, you can fail all those 5 years. Actually, it'll be 10 times because you do twice a year. You can fail all 10 of those and still be in the military. And then you just go out until your enlistment. So it's all different. It's all changed. It's all changed.
You said you had kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids.
How old are they?
So my oldest is 30. My
Wait,
second is
how old are you?
so this is so my wife and I met. She had two, but I don't consider myself a bonus dad or a stepdad or
Yeah.
anything. So Jonathan's 30. Alexis is 28. Those were Felicia's when I met. When I met Felicia, Alexi was 3 going on 4. John was 6 going on 7. So those
Wow.
are those are my kids. Those are
Yeah.
my kids. But I have a 21-year-old Cameron and a 15-year-old Aiden.
But still, how old are you? Like,
45.
okay,
Yep.
you're young though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't feel young all the time, but
yeah.
yeah.
I'm 28, so I'm really inclined to call you old. But
You're
Corky,
how old?
I'm 28. But
Okay, so
Corky,
yours old. Yeah, yours old as my daughter. My
yeah,
daughter
but
just turned.
Corky gets upset when I call anybody old. So I'm trying to be careful.
I'm seasoned. Not as seasoned as him, but I'm seasoned.
Right,
Right, there you go.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so how did you link up
exactly.
with Spread the Cheer? And so talk to us about Spread the Cheer and TikTok and
Okay, so yeah, so when I was on TikTok, and I started to get the major following, I felt like I wanted to give back, and so during the time frame in 2020 for Christmas, I actually started mine October November time frame, and I'll get to where when Danielle started, but October November time frame, what I want to do is I wanted to fill Amazon wish lists because of COVID. Didn't know if families were gonna have. I grew up really good upbringing. I didn't struggle with all that, so I wanted to help. And so I started doing Amazon wish lists. I think I filled like 5 or 6 Amazon wish lists. Just had the families go in there and make a wish list. Went on live, asked people to donate. Gave them the story of what the family was going through. People donated, and we cleared out like 6 Amazon wish lists in like a week and a half or whatever. So then, but Amazon would just deliver it to their family, right? So then Danielle Claudio, who is the founder of Spread the Cheer, I'm the co-founder. Um, she was like, "Hey," she DM'd me actually on TikTok. She was like, "Hey, I got your name from a bunch of people that said that you're actually helping families." She was like, "I am going through a divorce. I'm having a hard time." She was like, "I know there's people that are worse off than me." She's like, "I want to do this as well. I'm trying to raise money to help families in need all across the U.S." And she was like, "But my idea is that we get volunteers and we have them deliver the gifts to them." And I was like, "I'm in. Let's do it. That's awesome." So she started like the first week of December. I jumped on. We went live for I think like 20 some days, all of December, and we raised over $12,000. And then
Wow.
Scott D. Henry, he wanted to do something as well, so he partnered with us. And then throughout the whole thing, he raised another 4,000. So I think we had like almost $16,000, and we helped like 20 some families all across the U.S. And then we had them video. So when you saw the people who delivered, you saw their tears, you saw the family's tears, because it's all a surprise. What happens is we would just contact that family and be like, "Hey, if you were selected to be helped, what time are you going to be home, blah blah blah, whatever." And so they would show up on the doorstep, and then they would just bawl, and then the people delivering would just bawl, and it was amazing. And then like I said, Danielle was like, "Hey, I want to turn it into a nonprofit, and I want you to be the vice president." I was like, "Let's do it." And about 8 months went by, and we did more campaigns, and then finally we became a nonprofit, and that was in 2021. And so we've been around for 3 years now.
Wow.
Yep, and we've
I
helped
think
so
one of
many
the things
families.
that I love most about it, it's just not Christmas. Spread the Cheer is doing it all, in different
Yep,
times
it's
too.
throughout the holiday. Yeah, our thing is helping those families that are in need throughout the holidays and beyond. So we have different campaigns that we do. Like one of the campaigns that we did was spread the smiles. So we had people nominate themselves that had messed up teeth. Right, they didn't even want to like talk to people. Their teeth were so messed up, they were so embarrassed. We had a lot of, I think we had like 30 some nominations or something like that. We partnered with a orthodontist in Chicago area because she loved what we were doing. And so we selected 3, and it's going on right now. It started in August, and I think we're gonna show probably at Tier Choice Awards. We're probably gonna put those people up there, show you their old smiles to their new smiles, and see what they look like, because all 3 of them
Wow.
got brand new makeovers from Spread the Cheer USA. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's
Yep. And then
amazing.
yeah, we do spread the meals as well. We get everyone involved throughout the country, and we just did it in August as well. It was August 8th, so we did 88. We did 88 meals for the homeless. Everyone got involved and just went down and fed their homeless. And we probably fed, with everyone that was involved, almost 10,000 homeless all throughout the U.S.
Wow,
So
that's huge.
yeah,
So
we
talk
love it,
about,
man. We love it.
is that the only campaigns or do you do other, what are the
No, we do
campaigns?
other ones. So
I want
so
to
we
hear
just
about all the campaigns that you're doing because there'll be more people want to get involved to help with that for their different things that they like support. What makes me think of that is my wife really likes to help support our local humane society. So we bought a whole bunch of blankets and took them to the humane society right before winter started. So the
uh,
all the dogs and cats and stuff had little blankets for them.
oh,
But
okay, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So there's all kinds of things that we can do and
Right.
that people are interested in. So I would like to hear some of your campaigns that you do regularly.
Okay. So another one is so Easter is called Hop for Hope. That's another one that we do. Make sure that the kids have Easter baskets and everything like that. And then for Thanksgiving, we do a couple. Could do a couple different ones because we can't always travel. So we got one that we do. You do locally where we went to the stores and we found people who were shopping for Thanksgiving, and we basically bought their groceries. We just stopped them in the store and bought their groceries. But the one that we do down in Florida, in Orlando, is called Minnie's Pantry. We partnered with them, and we helped over 300 families with Thanksgiving dinner. So
Right.
people would just come
Nice.
drive up, get Thanksgiving dinner, and then they would just drive off. And we helped 300 families do that.
Nice.
We do back to school stuff as well. We just got done in Vegas for back to school in June. I think it was June, something like that. I can't remember. School started, I think, in July or August. But we were in Vegas, a poverty school that they literally have a food pantry where on the weekends the kids take food home because they don't know if they're going to eat during the weekend because they eat in
Oh,
school, right? The school provides the food there, but they have a food pantry where the locals deliver the food to the school and then the kids take it home because obviously the parents don't have a great job or they're not even working or whatever. Um, so we went down there and we did a back to school bash. What it was is we had 250 children that we gave book bags. We gave all their school supplies. Nike gave us gift cards, $100 gift cards for brand new shoes. And then we had on standby, we had people who were giving them haircuts so they would be ready for school. Then we provided food. We had dancing. I dressed up as Superman. It was great. It was great. And so
that's
that's another one we do. So we do the back to school, we do the Hop for Hope, we do Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, Spread the Smiles, and then the homeless. So those are the
yeah,
ones. Yeah, those are the ones that we do. And if
amazing.
anything new comes up, like we just got back from Houston, Texas, and
Mhm.
we went to down there, partnered with this company called The Sanctuary. They're a foster home care, and we had about 150 kids at Dave and Buster's because we were on a podcast. Athletically Declined is a sports podcast. They wanted us to be down there at Dave and Buster's, so we did that. We gave the kids 4 hours of unlimited play in Dave and Buster's. We had raffles where they won bikes and TVs and basketball hoops and games and all that stuff. And then we gave them food as well. So
Mhm.
it was
And
awesome. It was awesome.
yeah, yeah, that is so cool. And how many actual social media creators, influencers are involved in that? I mean, is that the majority of it? Or is it mostly, I mean, obviously they're bringing their followers to help support whoever, just like what we had done to be able to
Right.
come to Compton and was it Michael jo-
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson's park?
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
so it's the board, mainly the board, but then we get some influencers to come and help out, and we have volunteers as well that come and help out as well. So
So I'm kind of noticing a little bit something about you, Chief. You're in the hospitality service, when you're in the Navy,
yes,
being medical, and then um, right away it seems like you had this itch to kind of, again, be hospitable, give back. Where does that come from?
I think it comes from
I
my
mean, like,
mom and
because
dad.
you're just like very passionate about this, and
yeah.
I want to ask why, but I'm seeing that like
Yeah,
you're just very hospitable. But like, where
yeah.
is that coming?
The military because when you're in the military, they every year they come around and they give you options to give. Right, you can take a percentage out of your paycheck all kinds of different charities. They got a book, and you just go through and you flip. And I started there. I started giving my cousin, rest her soul, she passed away. She had multiple sclerosis, so I gave to that foundation. United Way, American Heart Association, so a bunch of those. But I had a really good, like I said, I had a really good upbringing. And my mom and dad always preached, kindness. Kindness always wins. And so we did that. And I don't know, I just like it. I like to give back. I like to help. And honestly, I just like to see the smiles. Like that's what I like.
Right.
I like to see not the tears, but I do like to see the tears because I know they're heartfelt.
Right.
But yeah, the smiles on the kids for the school. Like even the principal came up to us and was like, they have never smiled like this before ever. And I was like, that's
Wow.
amazing. That's amazing. Because they knew they were gonna get those Jordans that they wanted because Nike gave them $100 gift card.
Yeah.
So it was great. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I think I just have a passion for giving back, and I wanna try and change the world. I mean, there's just so much animosity and hate and bigotry and everything in the world today, and I just hate it. I just hate it, and so I'm trying to do what we can possibly do, and same with the people on our board and everyone else that volunteers to help out. We just want a world where everyone can be kind and just get along. So
Right.
that's
Right.
why I do it.
How do
And
you
that's how you do it, one smile at a time.
That's it, man. That's it.
Mhm.
how do you give back? And I want to ask this correctly. So maybe years ago, people would give back and they would catch a lot of slack for giving back and maybe posting it on social media or making a story out of it. How have you? Do you deal with any of that negativity?
We do every once in a while, but basically what we tell them is that because with a nonprofit, it's all fundraising and it's all donations, right? So we want those individuals that do that to see where that donation and fundraising money goes. Not just for us to toot our own horn and say, hey, look what we did. It's just so that they can all see that we're actually doing stuff with their fundraising, with their donations. And that's why, I mean, yeah, we get a little slack, but it's not too much. It's not too much.
so
But
how
yeah, we just want,
so
go
how
ahead.
would you advise a creator? Because I know a lot of creators, they want to use their platforms, but they don't want to catch that flack. Like, I know there is a moment where I was one of those people. Like, if I'm going to get back, I don't want to show people that I gave back. When a lot of times, when you have a platform, you should be encouraging your followers to give back or showing them what it looks
Mm-hmm.
like to give back. So if you were to advise any creators out there, in terms of, hey, here's a tasteful way to give back, or here's a way to do it to where you're not, you won't catch any negative light, but you still utilize your platform, and at the end of the day, you still gave back. Like what advice would you have for those creators trying to, I guess be tasteful, but not exploit anybody's misfortune or even put somebody on the internet who doesn't want to be on the internet? That
I was just gonna say that. So first of all, you got to get their consent, right? Everything you always because obviously you have little kids, right? Little kids get Christmas presents. Sometimes the parents don't want their kids on the internet. So first thing you do is ask, and then like I said, but just say, look, we're not doing it. We're not doing it because we're trying to show off or whatever. We're doing it because we want you to see where your hard-earned money and your donations go. That is why we do it. And we tell a lot of people that when they because I get a lot of DMs saying I love that you give back, I love that you give, but why do you post videos about it? And that's the reason why. That's the reason why because we want you to know. We want you to know
Mhm.
because we've had not a lot. We've had a couple of creators say that we're not an official 501c3 and that we keep all the money and it doesn't go anywhere and we put it in our pockets and all this stuff. So if we figured if we do post on our stories, post on TikTok,
you're keeping it
what we're
clean.
doing, what we're doing, then they know that we're not we're not pocketing any of the money. It's all nonprofit. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say.
And
And sometimes you can't please everyone. You're not gonna be able to please everyone no matter
Right.
what. So yeah, Joe, that's what I would tell him, man. I would just be like, look, you're not gonna please everybody. No matter what you do or what you say, they're always gonna have that hate in their heart. But you know in your heart that you're doing the right thing, and just go with it. And like I said, we just show people that we care, and it's not about friggin' us. It's about what we do for them.
Yeah, and you
yeah,
can never let a small few affect the multitude that
That's
you
it.
do connect with, and people love seeing those. I watch videos of people doing what Spread the Cheer does. I watch guys that's their whole platform is
Right.
giving to a waitress and doing that stuff. So that stuff doesn't slow me down.
Exactly, because you go on live and you're like, hey, I want to bless someone today. all donations send to my Venmo. I'll make a video. I'll show you where your money goes. And yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's it. That's it. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, can we talk a little bit then about the Cheer Choice Awards and how that came about and how that works?
Sure. So the truth, it's funny. It what when I first started with TikTok, we did the campaign and everything. It was called Spread the Cheer USA. Or Spread the Cheer was the campaign to
Right.
help with
It's Spread the
Danielle.
Cheer, just so everyone knows. It's spreadthecheerusa.org if you want to
.org.
go and look, right?
Right.
I got
That's
that.
the
Yeah.
website. Yes, sir. That's
Yeah.
the website. So it was just the campaign, Spread the Cheer. We did that, help those families, and then in May timeframe, reached out to a buddy of mine. Another buddy reached out to a buddy of mine. We're like, hey, COVID's almost over. Like, stuff is opening back up. Let's have a huge social media meetup in Vegas. He lived out in Vegas. I was like, yeah, let's do it. We'll just charge like $10 a ticket, whatever, and we'll just meet up at one of the hotels and just because I mean, throughout that time, everyone was getting to know each other while going on lives and doing the videos and all that stuff. So
That's
we were
how
like,
we
let's do
met.
it.
That's how we met.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was like, let's do it. And so we had the very first, it was called Vegas Invasion. And we had about 800 people that showed. It was at the Plaza Hotel. We had a pool party. We had the DJ out there. We had Dress to Impress, little nightclub out there at the pool and everything. Um, a lot of hiccups with security and stuff. I won't go into that, but we
No,
met a lot
let's
of
do.
people.
What? Come on, talk to
So
me.
So they said that we're allowed to have 400 people out at the pool at one time. Like it would just be like a revolving door. People would leave because not everyone stayed out at the pool all the time. Well,
So there could be 400 people around the pool.
because it's huge. It's a big
Yeah, I was
area.
going to say that's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge. It was a big area, and so we had people come in. We had people come in, and then they were like, security was like, stop. We can't do no more than 250. And we're like, wait, what? You told us it's in the contract. 400. Like I have the contract right here. It's 400 people. No budging, no budging. We had to get on the phone. We had to call people, and then finally they were like, "We'll let them in. We'll let them trickle in, so it doesn't look like we're overpopulated." And I'm like, "Whatever." So the plaza is no. We'll never deal with the plaza again. We'll
Okay.
never deal with them again. So
That's
that
why
was
we're at
Vegas
the
Invasion.
Palms this year.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Vegas Invasion, and then Danielle was like, "Hey, that's when she said she wanted to do 501c3, but she didn't want to do a Vegas Invasion. She wanted to do something different." And I was like, "What are you thinking?" And she was like, "What do you think of an award show?" And I was like, "I love it. I love it. Let's do it." And so we had our board of 9 at that time, got together, brainstormed, and we did it. And it was at the MGM Grand. Our very first one was at the MGM Grand, and it was in a little ballroom, not like the Pearl Theater. It was in a little ballroom. We had 350 people, I believe. We had some sponsorships that came through. We had this company called Unity. It's called Unity Project. They sponsored a lot of it. Our musical guest was Paula Abdul. Yes, the icon herself. Paula Abdul was
Wow.
our musical guest. And then we had Tom Coverly was there. He did some magic, and then like it was small, right? It was small, but it was good. We had 15 categories that time. At that time, we had 15 categories, and then the year after, we went to the Palms, and then that was in the theater, and it just blew up from there, man. It just blew up. We had over 1,000 there, and then this year we're probably gonna have over 1,500 that are gonna be there.
What's it going to be
And
like this year? What's it going to be like
oh,
this year? I want to
Oh
hear.
man, I
This
can't
is
I
my
can't give you
first
everything
one.
because there's so many. I can't give you everything. There's so much behind the scenes, but there's gonna be more musical guests on stage. There's going to be dancers. There's going to be comedy. At the comedy night is gonna be amazing. Pool party, we got an amazing DJ. We may have a band or a kid group out there singing at the pool party. We're talking to the management right now, and then the nightclub is going to be Masquerade Ball, not like Mardi Gras Masquerade, like Venetian meets Phantom of the Opera type masquerade. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, the Cheer Choice Awards is on Sunday.
Right.
So,
Right.
and the Cheer Choice Awards are our biggest fundraiser. That's our biggest fundraiser through ticket sales, through auctions. We got vendor tables. We sold cabanas. All that stuff goes to help those families in need. And we hope to help at least 3 to 4 families in every state this year. That's what we're hoping for.
That's
That's what we're hoping for.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But
Now
we
I
need volunteers because we can't do it ourselves.
I was
so
gonna ask.
any of my people from over in TikTok land, and there I have 10 tickets that we're going to be giving away so that you can
Nice.
be a part of this to show up. So if you and your we're going to have 2 tickets per to give away, and I have some ways that we're going to do it. So you'll be able to come and join us in, and if you want to get involved in some of the other, make your donation so you can be at the pool party or wherever. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all included in those tickets. That I think I know what tickets you're giving away in those tickets. The pool
Okay.
parties include the comedy night's not included because that's sold out. That thing sold out within like 48 hours. It was crazy. But the
Wow.
pool party, the pool party, the nightclub, and Cheer Choice Awards are all general admission. Those are the tickets that you're gonna give away,
That's amazing.
which
Good
is
to know.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
How can creators volunteer?
So we have, if you go to spreadthecheerusa.org and you click on the hamburger menu, it's the 3 lines. Looks like a bun, patty, and a bun. Now you're
Yeah,
never
that's what
going
I
to
was
forget
like.
it. Now you're never going to forget it. It's the hamburger menu. Bun, patty, bun, man. You'll never forget it now. They click on that, and then they have opportunity to go to campaigns. Click on that, and there's a volunteer form in there, and they fill out. And then we got all the campaigns in there. They just check mark which one they want to volunteer for, and we go from there. And what happens is during the Christmas holiday, during Thanksgiving holiday, and Easter holiday, those volunteers are basically what we do is we contact them if we select a family in their state near their city. Obviously, states are huge, cities are huge. We don't want you driving 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to go deliver gifts. But if you're within that hour or 2 hour time frame and you don't mind, then that's what we'll do. We'll reach out to them and say, hey, you volunteered. Are you still willing to do it? And they say yes. They go. They purchase the gifts. They wrap the gifts, and then they deliver the gifts. And it's like I said, you cry, they cry, and it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's so cool. So cool.
Yep.
Santa, I think Santa. So normally Santa's asking like these very personal questions.
Uh-huh.
I think he's all hyped up over the award show that he forgot.
I'm a little
to hit you.
excited about that. Yeah.
It's good. I'm telling you, if you've never been there,
He's hit you with some hard questions. I'm waiting on him to ask you something really personal, but
ask me something. Let's go.
Yeah,
Ask me
Are
something.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. How long have you been married?
March 12th will be 22 years.
Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, the theme of our deal is too naughty, too nice.
Too nice.
Because
Yes,
12 years ago, I quit eggnog 12 years ago. So I haven't had any since then. And
that is amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And life took a big change for me, and I'm here today because of my recovery and also my faith in my creator. So now there was a dark time in my life. There was a lot of dark time in my life. And so we always like to ask, when were you not so nice? And more on the naughty and in the darkest times of your life.
I would have to say when my granddaughter passed away. She was 2.5 months old. I was actually babysitting. I laid her down to take a nap, and she went to sleep forever. So they did an autopsy. It was SIDS. And so, yeah, I was like, I didn't even really go online anymore. I didn't really do anything like anytime somebody would reach out to me or whatever, I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want to hear it. Cause my grandbaby was here one day and gone the next. And I was like,
How old was she at the time? How old was she?
She was 2.5 months. She was born August 26th. She passed away, or August 21st. She passed away November 6th. And my birthday is November 7th. So I
Oh,
really don't celebrate my birthday either anymore. So
you're
um,
killing me.
yeah, that one. And then another time was when my wife got diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic aggressive breast cancer. That was April 1st of 2021.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yep,
How
yep.
did you how did you
How'd you
climb
come
yourself?
through that?
I was gonna ask, how'd you climb yourself out those holes, man?
Oh,
Um,
that's some deep holes,
I just
brother.
felt like I just felt like I had to be strong for my daughter. Because obviously it's her daughter that passed
Right.
away. She wasn't even home. They were gone. Me and my wife, she was, I think, at the store or maybe at bingo. Oh, she loves bingo. But I was the one babysitting. And so my daughter, I think, was in like Birmingham or somewhere. I can't remember. But we literally had to call them and tell them that, you know, Callie, her name was Callie Dior, had
Mhm.
passed because of SIDS. So it was the hardest time. But I felt like I had to be strong for her because she was bad off too. Her and
Yeah.
my son-in-law. So I felt like that. And then what I did was I got back on. I got back on TikTok. I got back on TikTok. I posted one video,
What
just
was that first
basically.
video like? What was that first video like coming back on after that? What
So
was that?
yeah. So it was basically me dancing because I did some TikToks with Callie before she passed away because I was so excited. Um, she was our first girl because I do have another grandbaby. He's 7. His name is Trey, but he's the boy. He
Yeah.
doesn't he doesn't want to do anything with Pop Ups. He's like, Pop Ups, I'm not doing anything with you. Well, Callie was too young. She didn't have a clue. So I just did
No
videos with her no
choice,
matter
yeah.
what. So the very first video I did back, I'm dancing with her was one of my old videos that I did. I'm dancing with her, and then my caption was, "How can life go from this to this?" And the jump shot to the next video was us at her gravesite.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
Yeah, I've seen.
yep, yep. So that was the main video that I put on there, and then I got so much. Oh my god, so many condolences and prayers and support and love, and
Isn't that
that pulled me
amazing?
out. That pulled me out of it. That's actually what pulled me out of it, and so that was like my lifeline. That was like my lifeline,
Huh?
if you
That's
will.
amazing that your followers, your people, your supporters in this day and age that this is all new for a lot of people could
I
help pull
I
you
had
out of that to
I
get
had
that
six.
support.
Yeah, I had 6 of my followers actually come to Callie's funeral. They flew
Wow.
in and came to Callie's funeral.
Wow.
Yep, yep. Yep, it was amazing. It was amazing, and like I said, and then my daughter got pregnant again, and honest to God, I think it's the guardian angel of Callie because she's literally Callie 2.0. Her name is London Chanel because we bougie over here, Santa.
Yeah,
We
you
got
know,
Callie Dior.
I was starting to try to catch a pattern.
Yeah, yeah. London Chanel is my new grandbaby, and she's just turned a little bit over a year. But yeah, she's Callie 2.0. She's literally the spitting image of what Callie looks like,
Oh
and
my gosh.
she's amazing. So yeah,
What a blessing.
she's Callie's the guardian angel of her baby sister. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. That is so
yep,
cool. So please,
yeah.
you
So
guys go and take a look at Chief Nitro's Chief Nitro's social media platforms, and take a look at that and get your heart full. Get your heart full. Yeah.
yeah, I do a lot of my kids say they're cringy. I mean, some of them are cringy. A lot of my TikToks are cringy, but I do a lot of transitions
Any
into my
video on
uniform.
TikTok is pretty
Yeah,
cringy.
I know, right?
I
That's what
feel
I
like if
say.
it's on the app, it's cringeworthy. It's okay.
That's what I tell. That's what I tell my kids. They're like, "Dad, really?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I
Yeah,
got it from somebody else.
yeah.
Like, it's a trend. It's a trend." But yeah, so just go watch those videos. Leave comments, like them, and then I post a lot for the Spread the Cheer USA, the Cheer Choice Awards, and we're actually looking for. Can I throw this out there? We're
Sure,
actually
sure.
looking for some swag bags. So if you're a small brand business and you would like to donate to our swag bags for the Cheer Choice Awards, we grew last year. We only needed 250. This year we actually need 550. So if you have 550 items for a swag bag and you would like to support and help out, just DM me on my social medias. I will reach out, get you an address to send it to in Las Vegas because we have a volunteer in Las Vegas that's taking care of all the stuff for the swag bags. And yeah, your stuff will be seen by a lot of influencers. I can guarantee that.
Right, right. Yeah. Anything else that people can do besides the volunteer with the hitting the hamburger up there? Is there anything else that you're looking to do that you
If they
go
want
ahead
to
and use?
donate, we have a donation button right there at spreadthecheerusa.org. Get ready for 2025. I know 2024 we're not even here yet. We got 50 some more days, but as soon as this one's over, we're gonna start 2025. So get your nominations ready because we want to reach all across the different social media platforms. That's another reason we get a lot of slack for the Cheer Choice Awards because they say we don't have enough diversity. Well, look, we try to get diversity. We try to reach out and post all our TikToks, but it's like our little bubble algorithm that doesn't reach out to all the different creators and the other social media platforms. So if you're hearing this, get ready for 2025 to nominate your favorite creator that does amazing things on and off these social media platforms.
Yes, yes. Perfect, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was amazing.
I
Chief, that was
appreciate you. Thank you so
amazing.
much.
You took us from smiles to feeling our heart to tears and brought us
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I appreciate it.
Really fast 43 minutes.
I'm a fast talk. That's military, bro. I was a chief. I gotta get the word
Gotta-
passed and get it down and get it ready. That's it.
right, right. Okay, thank
Yep.
you so much. Don't forget to follow us, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for being on here, Chief Nitro. You are
I
an
appreciate it.
amazing
Thank you so
human
much.
being.
Santa,
God
Joe, thank
bless.
you. You guys are amazing.
Of course.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.